Rehabilitation is a concept that is widely discussed globally. This is by no means unexpected since over 1 billion people live with a form of disability, accounting for over 15% of the world's population. According to a recent report, 2.41 billion individuals worldwide live with the conditions that impact their functions in daily life and will benefit from rehabilitation services, which equates to 1 in 3 individuals requiring rehabilitation services throughout the course of their illness or injury. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), rehabilitation is one of the essential components of universal health coverage (UHC), which features alongside promotion of good health, prevention of diseases, treatment, and palliative care. Thus, rehabilitation focuses on achieving functional independence in activities of daily living (ADL), participation in work, recreation, and education, with individuals being able to achieve meaningful roles in daily life. Clearly, rehabilitation is pivotal in achieving not only individual health benefits, but an overall universal health goal that permits the building of a healthy and functional global population. Rehabilitation centers are supposed to be located in a serene, quiet environment, away from formal activities, acting as therapeutic in the recovery of a person. Mr. Ben Mumo narrates on how he started his journey in alcoholism, something that messed up his life.
So hello, my name is Ben Mumo. I'm a recovering alcoholic. So, Promises Treatment Center is a facility that aims at helping people with substance use disorders to enable them overcome the challenges that come with addiction, and so that they can be able to regain their sense of responsibility, their standing in society. They can be able to live in a normal way like other people. So my journey towards addiction began a bit late in life. Before I had finished high school, I had not even touched a drug, any form of drug. And after high school, that is when I introduced myself to drugs. I used to study far away from home. I used to study in Embu. I come from Ukambani. And when I went home, the first few days, because of what was shared, what people used to talk about in high school, that once you finish school, you have to behave like a man, and real men drink. So I went to a local and bought myself my first beer. I remember it was a Tusker, and I sat on those ice stools. They are called Sinatabu, and I drank the first beer. The taste wasn't all that good, but I finished the first bottle, and I ordered for another one after that. And after the second bottle, I thought I would start falling, staggering and all of that, but I was still okay. So I told myself, probably it will take time before the effects can be realized. So I decided to go back home, and that's how my journey towards alcoholism began. Afterwards, I used to have an uncle of mine who used to drink a lot. The good thing is that he quit, and he has been able to change his life and become a family man and a more responsible person. So he's the one who pushed me into more and more using of alcohol. He was a teacher, a senior teacher, and whenever they used to close school, as I was waiting to go to the university, he would take me to the local bar and we would drink all day. And when he was going back to school, I would escort him to the bus park, and he would leave me with a few bottles and also some cash. Things started happening which really affected my life. I got into gambling, and the money I used to get from gambling, I used to finance my alcoholism, and I had also started chewing mirror. I had tried bang, it never worked for me, and smoking also, and it really reached a point whereby I stopped attending lectures at the university, and I got discontinued while I was in third year. I never brought this information to my parent, and I come from a single parent family, my mom, and she had been there for me all through, and other relatives who had helped in my education, and I was afraid to share. I was afraid to share about the problem I had with alcoholism, and they came to know about it when I was supposed to be graduating 2 years down the line, having pumped a lot of money into the project, if I may say, my education. And it really devastated them. It really affected them to such a point whereby no one wanted to see me. Afterwards, my mom put me in businesses which I helped to bring down later on, and she was really affected by all of these things, and she got sick. Up to now, she's still sick, and that was my turning point, whereby I felt now it was what we call my rock bottom, where I felt now if I don't change, so many things will go wrong, be it in my life or other people's lives. So I was admitted to a rehab in Nairobi. I went through the 3-month program, and I finished my program. Then afterwards I went back as a volunteer to the same institution. I stayed there for a while, about a year or so, and I was transferred to another branch of the same institution, Assembly Treatment Center, in Ridgeways, Kiambu Road, and there I met someone who later
This forced him to start his own rehabilitation center to help more.
Okay, what really made me think of establishing a facility to help people with substance use disorders is first and foremost, like I've said, I'm also a recovering alcoholic, so I went through the same problem, and most of the people outside here don't know that they have a problem when they're in active addiction. So even me, when I was going for rehab, I did not know that I had a problem. My aim was just to go there and go through the period, come out and continue with my lifestyle. My aim was just to play around with my parent minds. When we talk about addiction, it really affects families. And we usually say that addiction is a family disease. Being a family disease, it affects anyone who comes into direct contact with the addict. to such an extent that they cannot be able to live well with the other family members. So by helping an addict, you're also helping a generation, you're also helping a family, you're also helping the society to curb other behaviors that come as a result of addiction, like stealing, selling of items, manipulation, lying, all these things. By helping one, you are helping a society overcome these vices. And the reason why I started this is because I got that push when I was in the rehab, that I could be able also to help another soul overcome their addiction. And the journey began in around 2006, when I was still an intern at a rehab facility in Nairobi. And afterwards I moved to Kitale in 2008. We established a facility there. It was called Serena's Center. I moved out of Kitale in 2013, and we established a facility in Webuye. Then ultimately, Promises Treatment Center came into being in 2014, and up to now it has really grown. We've been able to help so many people overcome addiction. There are those who will go back, a few, but most of them have made it. And going back doesn't mean one doesn't have the ability or the power to overcome their addictions, because of other factors that come into play, especially when one is outside there after discharge. And we usually say that any person has the ability to change. If the right environment, the right tools are put into place, one can be able to change. As being human beings and being born with and being endowed with so many possibilities by God, we can be able to overcome anything that comes our way. We only need to have the desire, the willpower, and we put God into the picture, like I always say, that if God is there.
Because this is a vision of rekindling lives, Momo urges Kenyans at large to show love to addicts unlike pain and help them to overcome.
So recovery itself, like I've said, God has to be present. So the program that we run here is a godly program. So we say that it's a spiritual program. So it's when we talk about spirituality is different from religion. So the aim is to bring back harmony within the individual, others, and God. So if one can work on these three areas, then his life or her life will go back to normalcy. Along the way, I've faced so many challenges, rejection. I've also tried committing suicide several times in my active addiction. And when we talk of addiction, it's not a pretty place to be in. There are so many things that addicts go through. And instead of judging addicts and castigating them and bringing a lot of pain to them, the best you can do to them is just help. Just give a helping hand. That is the best. These people just need help. Once they get this help, they'll start seeing the love and care that they feel they don't receive in their lives. So if one can be able to get this love and care, they can change.
Antonio Sundwa, Maisha Prime, Maisha TV.